Hello everybody, how are you all? I hope you are doing great. So welcome back to you in my YouTube channel. In the series of the lecture, we will be completing the entire syllabus of class 6 Science NCERT. Here we have done the discussion of entire topics of fiber to fabric in our part 1 video. So in the second part of the video, we are going to discuss MCQ questions which is very important for the CBSE exams and other competitive exams too. So let's begin our quiz session without much delay. But if you haven't seen the first part of the video, please go and watch and solve all the MCQs at your own. After watching the first part of the video, you would be able to answer all the questions. So take your pen and paper and get ready for the quiz session and mention your score out of 20 below in the comment box. So let's get started. Our first question is, which one of the following is a synthetic fiber? And your options are option A nylon, option B rayon, option C polyester and option D all of these. As we know that we get natural fiber from the plant or animal and we get synthetic fiber or man-made fiber in the laboratory. So we get nylon, we get rayon, we get polyester in the laboratory with the help of the petrochemical substance. So the correct answer will be option D, all of these, because all of these we get in the laboratory. That is why they are the synthetic fibers. Now we have question number 2. Which is a natural fiber? And your options are option A silk, option B nylon, option C rayon, option D all of these. So let us discuss all options one by one. So silk we get from the silkworm, nylon we get in the laboratories, rayon we get in the laboratories. So all of these is not applicable here. So which is the correct option? Option A. Okay. So option A silk we get from the silkworm and it is a natural fiber. Now we have question number 3. The clothes are made up of thinner and thinner strand called, your options are option A yarn, option B thread, option C fiber and option D fabrics. So as we know that all the clothes, all the fabrics are made up with the very thinner strand which is called the fiber. Okay, because fiber is the smallest unit of the fabric. So that's why fiber will be the correct answer. Now we have question number 4. Which is the best season for the cultivation of jute? Option A summer season, option B winter season, option C autumn season and option D rainy season. So as we know that jute plant required lot of water. Okay, so the suitable climate for growing jute is a warm and wet climate which is offered by the monsoon climate. During the fall season, it takes 8 to 10 months to mature. The harvesting periods generally start in July and continue till October. It is depending on the varieties of the jute plant. So our correct answer will be option D, rainy season, because jute plant required lot of water. Now we have question number 5. The process of cultivating silkworm is called. As I told you in the previous video, this is very important line, and if you have made the one-liner, you can guess the answer very quickly. Yes, it is the rearing of the silkworm is called sericulture. Okay, so option A is the correct answer. And what is sericulture? Sericulture is a farming of silk for the commercial purposes to get silk fiber, right? Now we have question number 6. Which part of the jute plant is used for getting jute fiber? Your options are option A flower, option B stem, option C fruits and option D leaf. So which part of the jute is used to get fiber? Flower? No. Stem? Let us think. Fruit? No. Leaf? No. So what is remaining? Option B. Yes, stem. Jute plant. The stem of the jute plant is used for getting jute fiber. Okay. Now we have question number 7. Which of the following is a plant fiber? Option A, wool. Option B, silk. Option C, cotton. And option D, nylon. So wool we get from the sheep, from the goat, okay, from the rabbit, from the camel. Silk we get from the silkworm. Nylon we get in the laboratory. So which is remaining? Option C. And option C will be the correct answer because we get cotton fiber from the cotton plant. So cotton will be the plant fiber. Now we have question number 8. Yarn is woven to get fabric using option A, charkha. Option B, spinning machine. Option C, looms. And option D, knitting needles. So as we know that the charkha is used to make yarn. Okay. Spinning machine is also used to make yarn in the factories. Knitting needles is used to knit yarns. So what is remaining? Option C, looms is remaining. And a looms is a device used to weave clothes and it is used to produce flat sheet of fabrics. So yarn is woven to get fabric using looms. Option C will be the correct answer. Now we have question number 9. The correct sequence to get cloth is option A, fiber, then fabrics, then yarn. Option B, fiber, then yarn, then fabrics. Option C, fabrics, then yarn, then fiber. And option D, yarn, then fiber, then fabrics. So do you remember in the previous video we had a discussion about the smallest unit of the fabrics. If you remember, you can get the answer very quickly. Okay, because as we know that the fiber is a basic unit of the cloth. So we will start from the fiber. So after getting the fiber, we will make yarn, and after making yarn, we will weave it and we will get the fabric. So which is the correct answer? Option B, fiber, then yarn, then fabric. Now we have question number 10. See, this is the application based question which is frequently asked in the Olympiad. Okay. So here you have to suggest, hurry, which plant is suitable for the particular soil and the weather condition. Hari is a farmer. His field has black soil and the climate is warm. Which fiber yielding plant should he grow in his field? Please suggest to Hari. And your options are option A, jute, option B, cotton, option C, coconut, and option D, wool. As we know that jute required a lot of water, so it requires mainly rainy season. Coconut also required water. Wool we get from the sheep. So what is remaining? Option B, cotton is remaining. And as we know that the cotton is required hot and humid temperature with the black soil. So Hari will grow cotton fiber, okay, in his field. Now we have question number 11. Rohan was to make yarn from fiber at home. Which of the following will he use to carry out the task? You need to again suggest to Rohan to carry out the task, which is the suitable task to carry out, because he wants to make yarn from the fiber at home. And your options are option A, power looms, option B, hand looms, option C, charkha, and option D, knitting needles. So as we know that the power looms and the hand looms and the knitting needles are not applicable here. So which is remaining? Option C, charkha. With the help of the charkha, Rohan can make yarn from the fiber at home. Now we have question number 12. Shania went to a cloth shop. There she found a fabric which was smooth to touch, had vibrant colors and shine. The fabrics could be, you need to help Shania to identify the fabric. Okay, and your options are option A cotton, option B wool, option C silk, and option D jute. So as we know, cotton is having the rough texture, wool is also having the rough texture, and jute is also having the rough texture. So which option is remaining? Option C silk. As we know that the silk is having very smooth texture and it has vibrant color and shine. So option C silk will be the correct answer. Now we have question number 13. First man-made synthetic fiber is, your options are option A cotton, option B silk, option C nylon, and option D polyester. So here you need to tell me the synthetic fiber. So cotton is a natural fiber, silk is a natural fiber. So nylon and polyester is remaining, as we know that the nylon is the first man-made synthetic fiber. Okay, so option C nylon is the correct answer. Now we have question number 14. We use woolen clothes in winter as wool is, your options are option A wool is bad conductor of heat, option B wool is good conductor of heat, option C it is cheap and airy, and option D soft and spongy. You need to tell me the reason why we wear woolen clothes in winter season. So here wool is a good conductor of heat? No. It's cheap and airy? No. Soft and spongy? Not at all. So option A is remaining, wool is a bad conductor of heat, and it is the correct answer. Why? Let us check it out. Because the wool is having the air pockets, okay, lying in between the fabrics, which makes us feel warm. The air pocket in the fabrics prevent the movement of air from the surroundings into our body. So that is why it helps us to keep warm. Now we have question number 15. Which of the following processes involves the separation of seeds from cotton balls? So we have number of processes to get fiber. Okay. So here your options are option A winnowing, option B carding, option C ginning, and option D spinning. So as we know, winnowing is a process to separate grains from the chaff. Okay. Carding is the process to disentangle the wool fiber. Spinning is a process to make yarn from the fiber. So option C is remaining, and it is a correct answer. Ginning. Ginning is a process to separate seeds from the cotton ball, and it is the first process to get fiber from the cotton balls. Now we have question number 16. The device popularized by Mahatma Gandhi is, your options are option A bobbins, option B takli, option C charkhi, and option D reel. You need to tell me the device which is popularized by Mahatma Gandhi, which is I have shown you in the previous video, and yes, it is charkha. Option C is the correct answer. Now we have question number 17. Silk is obtained from silkworm, which leaves on option A maple leaves, option B mulberry leaves, option C mango leaves, and option D banana leaves. So I have shown you the silkworm and their life cycle and how they grow, what they eat. So you can guess the answer very quickly, because maple leaves, mango leaves and banana leaves will be not applicable here. So what is remaining? The mulberry leaves. Yes, silkworm lives on the mulberry leaves and it eats mulberry leaves. Okay, so option B will be the correct answer. Now we have question number 18. looms are related to? Option A knittings, option B ginnings, option C weavings, and option D spinning. Here you can guess the answer very quickly because we have a discussion about the looms. So option C will be the correct answer, weaving. Looms are related to the weaving to get fabric from the yarn, from the fiber. Now we have question number 19. Number of yarn used to make fabric by weaving and knitting are, your options are 2 sets of yarn in each case, option B single yarn in each case, option C 2 sets of yarn in weaving and single in knitting, option D single yarn in weaving and 2 sets in knitting. As I told you in the previous video, how we weave the yarns to get fabrics and how we knit the yarns to get fabrics. So in the weaving process we need 2 sets of yarn, and in the knitting we need 1 set of only single strand. So the correct answer will be option C. Here 2 sets of yarn in weaving and single in the knitting. Now we have question number 20. The right time to cut jute plant is, your options are option A matured stage, option B before flowering stage, option C flowering stage, and option D any time of the flowering. So there is a particular time to harvest the jute plant. Okay, so jute is harvested any time between 120 days to 150 days when the flower have been shed. Early harvesting gives good and healthy fibers. So after flowering stage we cut the jute plant. So the correct answer will be option C, flowering stage. At the flowering stage we cut jute plant to get a good yield and healthy fiber. So with this guys, we are gonna end up the session. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubt regarding this chapter, feel free to ask your doubt in the comment section. I really hope you will like this video and it does help in some way to ignite your knowledge. So bye bye, take care, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel to get more updates of the future videos. Until we meeting, take care of yourself, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.